Assalamu alaikum my dear students, hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIBS Home School. This is Emdadul, Assistant Teacher of Mathematics, National Ideal English Version School, Daship. Dear students, today I am going to conduct a higher mathematics class of class 9. Our today's topic is exercise 11.4. Exercise 11.4, question 23. This question is a creative question. I will solve this question in our today's class. Okay dear students, so let us see at first what is question 23. Now see question 23. A minus 4 13, B 8 8, C, this is point C, 13 minus 4 and D 1 1 are the vertices of a quadrilateral. Determine the angle that the line BD forms with x-axis. Question 2. Second question, determine the characteristic of quadrilateral ABCD. Question 3. Determine the area of the portion of the quadrilateral ABCD which forms a triangle with x-axis. Okay dear students, so let us see how can we solve this question. Solution. Dear students, to solve this question, at first I have to solve first part. To solve the first part, what we need? Determine the angle that the line BD forms with x-axis. Dear students, let us see what will be the figure of this stream. If we consider this is XO, X dash is x-axis, YO, Y dash is y-axis, and if we consider the point A, where will be point A? Minus 4 13 means, suppose here is minus 4, here is 13, suppose this is minus 4 13 means point A, minus 4 13, and point B, where will be point B? 8 8, here will be 8 8, so here is 8, suppose here is 8, here is 8, suppose this is point B 8 8. Now point C, where is point C? Point C is minus 13 4, so go to minus 13 here, minus 13 4, suppose here will be minus 13 4, point C, minus 13, sorry this is not minus 13, that is 13 minus 4, 13 minus 4, this is C, and now point D we need here, suppose this is B 8 8, 8 8. Now here that will be point D, that is 1 1, here will be point 1 1, this point will be D, that will be 1 1. So if we consider these 4 points A, B, C, D, now easily we can say what we have to do. Here the quadrilateral will be ABCD. Now what is question A? Determine the angle that the line BD forms with x-axis. So line BD means join B and D, join B and D, this line, angle produced with x-axis, that is theta. Consider this is angle theta. We need to determine the measurement of angle theta. Dear students, to determine the measurement of angle theta, we need to determine the slope of the, or the gradient of the line BD. Slope or the gradient of the line BD. So we can determine the slope of the line BD. Given B, here is 8 8, and D we need here, so we can write here D, that is 1 1. So these are 2 points, so we can write B2 points, B2 points. Slope of the line, so the slope of the line BD, that will be equal to, you know the formula, that is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So what will be that? We can denote the slope by m. So m equal to, we can write here m equal to, that is here y2 is 8, y1 is 1, 8 minus 1, sorry not D, that is 1 minus 8. If we consider this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2, so this is 1 minus 8, and this is also 1 minus 8. y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. This means that minus 7 by minus 7, that is equal to 1. It means that the slope of the line BD is 1. Dear students, what is meant by the slope? If we try to understand here, slope means the tangent of the angle produced with the positive direction of x-axis. It means that if we notice the line here BD, the line BD makes angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis. So the tangent of theta will be the slope of the line BD. So we can say let the line BD makes angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis. So the slope of the line, slope means the tangent of the produced angle. So we can write, so the slope of the line BD, slope of the line BD, that will be equal to here tangent of the angle theta, tangent of the angle theta. So we can write tan theta. It means that we can write, that is here slope of the line BD means tan theta, here is tan theta, and here slope of the line BD is 1, m equal to 1. We can write here tan theta equal to m, as both are slope of the same line BD, tan theta. We can write here m means 1, here tan theta. Dear students, you know value of tan theta is 1. It means that here value of tan 45 degree is 1. Therefore theta is equal to 45 degree. It means that the line BD makes 45 degree angle, makes angle 45 degree with x-axis. So we can write, therefore the line BD makes angle 45 degree with x-axis. Okay dear students, this is the solution of first question. I hope you have understood the solution of first question. Now I will solve second question. What is second question? Second question is determine the characteristic of the quadrilateral ABCD. We have to determine the characteristic of the quadrilateral ABCD. Dear students, to determine the characteristic of the quadrilateral ABCD, at first we can determine what type of quadrilateral is this one. To determine this, we can determine the length AB, the length BC, the length CD, and the length AD. So we can determine the length of these four sides of the quadrilateral. So what will be the length of AB? So we can write here, given A means minus 4, 13, point B means that is 8, 8, point C that is 13 minus 4, 13 minus 4, and point D is 1, 1, 1, 1. B, 4 vertices of a quadrilateral Now we can determine the length of the side AB. So we can write here AB is equal to, here the length of the side AB, that will be y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square. So 8 x1 minus x2 whole square also we can write, or x1 minus x2 whole square also we can write. We can write here any one. If we write x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, this one square root this one, or the square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square will be the same. So we can apply any one to determine the length. Okay dear students, so we can apply x2 minus x1, x2 minus x1, x2 is 2, x2 is 8 and x1 is minus 4. So here is 8 minus 4, it means plus 4 whole square plus y2 is 8 minus, that is 13. So we can write here whole square. So we can determine this now. This is 12 square minus plus minus 5 square. That means 12 square means 144 plus here we can write here 25, that is square root 169, that is equal to 13. So the length of the side AB is 13. Now determine the length of the side BC. What is the length of the side BC? Here BC. So we have to write x2 minus x1, it means 13 minus 8 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. It means that minus 4 minus 8 whole square. So we can write here that is 5 square plus minus 12 whole square, that is equal to 25 plus 144, that is equal to 169, that is equal to 13. Square root 169, that is equal to 13. Now we need to determine the length of CD. We can determine the length CD. Here length CD is 1 minus, it means if we apply the formula, this will be 1 minus 13 whole square plus 1 minus minus 4 means plus 4 whole square, that is we will get here minus 12 whole square plus 5 square, that is equal to, we can write here 144 plus 25, that is 169. So again we will get 13, and the last one, and we can determine the length. Here we can determine the length AD. Now AD or DA, if we determine, I have written AD, so I have taken the point here as first one and this is second one. So we can determine 1 minus minus 4, 1 minus minus 4 means 1 plus 4 whole square plus, that is 1 minus 13, 1 minus 13 the whole square, that is equal to, we can write here 5 square plus minus 12 whole square, that is equal to 25 plus 144, that is equal to 169 means 13. Dear students, now if you notice that the length of four sides AB, BC, CD and AD are equal, it means that this quadrilateral is a rhombus, as four sides of the quadrilateral are equal. So we can say as AB equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD, that is equal to 13. So ABCD is a rhombus. As ABCD is a rhombus, now we can determine the property of the rhombus. Here first property is all sides are equal. All sides are equal. We can say from this, and then we can say the diagonals of the rhombus bisect each other perpendicularly. To prove this, we need to determine the midpoints of the diagonal. We can determine the midpoints of the diagonal BD. Midpoints of the diagonal BD. Midpoint of the diagonal BD, that is equal to, now here the midpoint of the diagonal BD is here. If we notice here midpoint of BD, that will be 8 plus 1 divided by 2, 8 plus 1 divided by 2, that will be equal to the point 9 by 2. Here is also 9 by 2. Now we have to determine the midpoint of the diagonal AC, and midpoint of the diagonal AC, that is equal to, we can determine here midpoint as we need to determine, that is 13 minus 4 by 2, and another one will be minus 4 plus 13 by 2. That means we will get here also 13 minus 4 means 9 by 2. Here is also 9 by 2. As the midpoints are same, so as the midpoints are same of the diagonal, as the midpoints of the diagonal are same, so the diagonal bisect each other. The diagonals bisect each other. The diagonals bisect each other. This is a property of the quadrilateral. This is a property of the, or characteristic of the quadrilateral. And then we need to prove that the diagonal bisect perpendicularly. How can we prove? To prove this, we need to determine the slope of the diagonal BD. I have determined this in first part. In first part we have determined, it means from 1 we have the slope of the diagonal BD is 1. Again, the slope of the diagonal AC, we need to determine this. We can determine the slope of the diagonal AC. How can we determine? To determine the slope, we can use the formula, that is y2 minus y1. Here y2 is minus 4 minus y1 is 13. y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. x2 is 13 minus x1 is minus 4, that is plus 4. It means that minus 17 by 17, that is equal to minus 1. Here slope of the diagonal AC is minus 1. Now what will be the product of the slope? If the product of the slope is minus 1, then the line AC and BD will be perpendicular to each other. It means that the diagonal will bisect each other perpendicularly. So we can say the product of the slopes of AC and BD, that is equal to minus 1 into 1, that is equal to minus 1. It means that the slope of the product of the slope of AC and BD is minus 1. It means that AC and BD are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, the diagonals are perpendicular. Diagonals intersect perpendicularly. The diagonals intersect perpendicularly. Dear students, so From this discussion, now we can say the property of the quadrilateral. What will be the property of the quadrilateral? I am writing the property of the quadrilateral here. First one, proper characteristics of the quadrilateral ABCD. Characteristics of the quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Here first one, all sides are equal. All sides are equal. Here we can say the diagonals bisect each other perpendicularly. Dear students, you may get more properties if you show the diagonals are not equal. It means if you determine the length of the diagonal BD and AC, you will see that the diagonals are not equal. Here you can also say that if you determine the length of the diagonals. Dear students, I have determined only 2. If you want to determine more properties, you can determine and you can write the properties of the quadrilateral. Okay dear students, I hope you have understood how to solve question 2. Now I will solve question 3. Now solve question 3. Going to question 3. What is question 3? Determine the area of the portion. Determine the area of the portion of the quadrilateral ABCD which forms a triangle. With x-axis. So read the question properly and try to understand here what you need to determine. Dear students, here if you see the question properly, you will see that in the figure here the line BC intersect the x-axis at P and CD intersect at Q. If it is the point Q, then you need to determine the area of the triangle PCQ or CQP. You can say determine the area of the triangle CPQ or PCQ. You can say anyone. Okay dear students, so we need to determine the area of this triangle. To determine the area of this triangle, we need the point P and Q. How can we determine the point P and Q? To determine the point P and Q, at first we need to know the equation of straight line of BC and equation of straight line of CD. So at first we have to determine these two straight lines, equation of these two straight lines. Then we can determine the point P and Q. If we can determine that, then we can determine the area. So I am going to solve question 3 now. To solve question 3, at first we have to say let the line BC intersect x-axis at P and the line CD intersect x-axis at Q. So now we need to determine the equation of the line BC. The equation of the line BC, that will be, you know, when 2 points are given, you can determine the equation of line using the formula y2 y minus y1. Y minus y1 by x minus x1 is equal to y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2. Using this formula, you can determine the equation of straight line. So we can determine the equation of straight line BC now. To determine the equation of straight line, we can use the formula. Okay, dear students, so let us see here. Equation of the line BC, that will be equal to y minus here. What is y1 here? Now see here, y1 is 8 here. Y1 is 8 here. By x minus x1. x1 is also 8. And now that is equal to y1 minus y2. y2 is minus 4, that is plus 4. And x1 minus x2. x2 is 13. x1 is 8, x2 is 13. x1 is 8, y1 is 8. x2 is 13, y2 is 4. So we can write here y minus y1 by x minus x1 equal to y1 plus minus y2. y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2. x1 minus x2. So now if we calculate, what will we get here? Now see, y minus 8 by x minus 8. If we calculate here, this will be 12 and here will be minus 5. So what will be the equation here? Here the equation will be now 12, if we do the cross multiplication, 12x minus 48, that will be equal to minus 5y plus 40. That implies we can write here, that is 12x plus 5y is equal to, here it will be 48 and sorry, I have done the mistake here. I have to multiply 8 by 12. So 8 2s are 16, 8 1s are 8 and 1 9, 96. So here will be 96 plus 40, that is 136. 12x plus 5y, that will be equal to 136. Dear students, this is the equation of straight line BC. Now this straight line intersect y-axis at P as, this is equation 1. The equation 1 intersect x-axis at P. So we can write here, you know that in the x-axis, on the x-axis the value of y is 0. So if we put the value of y 0, then we will get here 12x equal to 136. This means that we can write here x equal to 136 by 12. So now what can we get here? Value of x. Value of x is, what is the value of x? Value of x is, here we can cut by 4. If we cut by 4, we will get here 3, we will get here 3 and then 1 left 16, that will be, can we divide by 4? 136 we have to divide by 12. If we divide by 4, is it divisible by 4? Yes, 4. Divisible by 4 at first 3 times, then 16 4 times. Here is 3. It means 34 by 3. 34 by 3. This is the value of x. So the point P is 34 by 3, 0. This is the point P. Now we need to determine the point Q. If we can determine the point Q, then we can easily determine the area. So at first we have to form the equation of straight line, that is, we can write here the equation of the line CD, the equation of the line CD, that will be here. CD means we can write y minus y1, y minus y1, y1 is minus 4, that is plus 4, by x minus x1, x1 is 13, is equal to y1 minus y2. So minus 4 minus 1, and here that is x1 minus x2, 13 minus 1. So we can write here, what will we get here if we want to determine this? We will get here y plus 4 by x minus 13, that is equal to minus 5, here is 12. So now do the multiplication here, 12y plus 48, that is equal to minus 5x plus 65. So if we calculate here, we will get here 5x plus 12y equal to 65 minus 48. Therefore 5x plus 12y is equal to 17. This will be 17. This is the equation of the line CD. The equation of the line CD. This line intersect x-axis at Q. This line intersect x-axis at Q. So we can write as CD intersect x-axis at Q. So at point Q, the value of y will be 0. It means that 5x will be equal to 17. That implies the value of x will be 17 by 5. What does it mean? It means that the point Q that is, we can write here 13 minus 4, then 34 by 3. 34 by 3, here is 0, and then 17 by 5, 0. So we can determine the area. So now I have put the point QCP anti-clockwise I put here. So we'll get the area if we do the calculation, half. Now take the product of these two, that will be 7 fours are, here will be minus, this is 7 fours are 28, 4 ones are 4, 2, 6 by 5. Then here will be plus 17 and 13 and 0 is 0, plus this 34 by 3 and 0 is 0, minus. Then we have to take this diagonal, 13 and 0 is 0, then plus, here will be minus, but here is minus, so this will plus, take the product. 4 fours are 16, 3 fours are 12, 13 by 3. Now this is 0. So if we calculate, what will we get? We will get here, this is positive 1, 3, 6 by 3, minus, this is 68 by 5. Now here is 5, so we can calculate here half. We can write here, this is 15, LCM will be 15. Now divide by 3, will get 5, 5 6 are 30, 5 3 are 15 and 3, 18, 8, 1 left, 5 ones are 5, 1, 6. Now here is minus, 5 3, 5 15, if we divide 3, now 3 8s are 24, 4, 3 6 are 18 and 2, that is 20. It means 204. So if we subtract, what will we get? Half, multiply by, this will be 476. 476 by 15. So now if we divide by 2, what will be here? 238. So this is 238 by 15. If we convert into mixed fraction, this will be 15 integer, 13 by 15. Okay, dear students, I hope you have understood how to determine the area of the portion PCQ. Okay, dear students, I hope you have understood the solution of question 23. Keep practicing at home, abide by your parents, stay home, stay safe, see you again. Till then, Assalamu alaikum.